Because I don't want anybody calling me an idiot for what I believe in.
Yeah.
You were going to change my mind when you have a respectful discourse, because I want to make my own decisions. There are people that still listen to Joe that still they're wavering. And because Sanjay went on there and said things about the mask and about the pricking the finger, they might go, oh, if I can change one heart, another heart can change another heart.
Sherri did so well today on The View, even schooling Sunny, and I'm glad she wasn't a corporate or corporate media juggernaut today. She spoke her mind. She was a very independent thinker. And the fact that we can't have a respectful conversation when we disagree on whether or not we're going to get vaxxed, calling people idiots is not going to help the situation. And for those of you that always question why I feel the way I feel sometimes about Sunny, this video will show the example how closed-minded and sometimes uses her religion to not really be open-minded and to see the other perspective. Sometimes she's more of the media corporate juggernaut. She acts like that sometimes. She really does. And the fact that she was in that position, she was in a position of a media corporate juggernaut type of situation 3 weeks ago with the whole Kamala Harris situation. You would think she would change her mind and open her mind a little bit more. Let's talk about it. So before I show you the video, hi, welcome to JOATV. If you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I'd really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Please do share this to your friends and on your social media pages. It really does help my channel. I don't know what the situation is. Well, Meghan McCain is gone, so my channel hasn't really been doing well. So I really do appreciate for those that's watching this if you share it with your friends and share it on your social media pages. It's free, doesn't cost a thing. Let's watch this video together, and I'll come back with some more.
He's so arrogant. This is what it is. Shut up.
But no. To your point, Anna, Joe, I know Joe Rogan because we did stand up together.
You know him?
Yes, I know Joe.
Oh, he's a comedian?
Well. Yeah, he's a comic. He's a stand-up comic. Yeah, and to your point.
So we're not supposed to take him seriously?
No, not. He's a very smart man. And 200 million listeners, there's a lot of people who feel the way that Joe Rogan does.
So we are supposed to take him seriously in his anti-vax stand?
Well, that's why you listen to him and Sanjay, because they had a very respectful
Wait a second,
discourse.
just because he's a comedian doesn't mean you don't take him seriously.
But I'm wondering if he's joking about his stance.
No, he's not joking at all. No, he's not joking on his podcast. He's very serious. And I love that Sanjay Gupta went on there, because if you don't go on there and just talk to somebody you disagree with, then we would never have any kind of discourse.
We don't have conversations.
We don't have a conversation.
I don't think it's about... Sanjay said he went there to understand his thinking.
Right. Yes.
I love Sanjay. We work together. We used to do these medical legal segments on CNN. Sanjay is a brilliant man. I'm not so interested in understanding the Trump mind. I'm not so interested in understanding the anti-vax mind, because I'm not interested in understanding crazy. But I don't think you can make sense of crazy.
Harsh statement from Howard Stern directed at Joe Rogan.
But then I don't think by saying you're an idiot is going to change a person's mind. That's why I love
Sanjay didn't even change his mind.
But you're not going to change your mind. You're not trying to change Joe's mind. But out of 200 million people that are listening, there might be a mind change. And Sanjay respected.
What should he have said?
He respected Joe enough to actually go on there.
No, I'm going to jump in here. I think we need to have more conversations, not less. We right now run to our own echo chambers, and we would rather have applause from preaching to our own choirs than actually moving the needle at all. I think this was so important to go on there, not to convince Joe Rogan, and not to have the intention of convincing anyone else. Provide the facts, answer with science, let people make up their own minds. That's the problem in this day and age. We're telling people how to feel. They will feel what they want. Give them enough information that they make that decision and win on merit. Dr. Gupta did something very interesting. When he got there, he pointed out that Rogan sells masks on his site, even though he wasn't a big mask. And he gave it to him as a gift during the interview. And then he also brought up to him during the interview, when I got here, there was a rapid test done to me. And then they also pricked my finger for the presence of antibodies. So he's a hypocrite on top of
course.
And Dr. Gupta...
That's not...
But I mean, The point is, Dr. Gupta showed up and said, by the way, to all you listeners, I just am providing facts. He didn't bring emotion.
They didn't throw chairs.
Sanjay's a very, I think Sanjay's a very effective spokesperson because he's not as politicized and demonized as some of the CDC, NIH doctors have been, right? So I think listen, Sanjay Gupta is not just a TV doctor. Sanjay Gupta is a real doctor at Emory University doing neurosurgery.
But the other thing about Joe Rogan, if you look at his, yes, he has all of these listeners. That's so wonderful. But some of the stuff that he has said, he's transphobic. He's Islamophobic. He has said racist things. I mean, another one with the trifecta of bigotry. And these people continue to listen to him. He has advised young people, if you're young and you're healthy, don't take the vaccine. I think if you are still listening to him, knowing his history, I'm not interested in reaching out to you.
I would like to ask something. They might be crazy, and they might be, you might want to call them crazy, you might want to call them stupid, you might want to call them idiots. Here's the problem. That idiot might be your shoe salesman. That idiot might be your cashier at the Publix.
And what about it?
You're getting exposed to that.
You're getting exposed to that person who you think is crazy or idiotic.
So when Sherri says you don't, what would you like him to say in 5 seconds?
What would I like Sanjay to say?
What would you like him to say? You say, don't call people idiots.
Because I don't want anybody calling me an idiot for what I believe in.
Yeah.
You were going to change my mind when you have a respectful discourse, because I want to make my own decisions. There are people that still listen to Joe that still they're wavering. And because Sanjay went on there and said things about the mask and about the pricking the finger, they might go, oh, if I can change one heart, another heart can change another heart.
I hope you're right.
Extend a little grace.
I hope you're right.
So I'm very disappointed in Sunny. I mean, I've been, for the most of all, like, we just need somebody at this point, like a Sherri Shepherd, who can really have a respectful conversation without insulting people. I personally do not want to be called an anti-vax just because I question the credibility of this vaccine. I don't want to be called a Trump mind because I question the hesitancy, is because I question something that's going into my body about this vaccine. My body, my choice. Okay, the same rhetoric that people who are pro-choice have, which they can respectfully have because it's their body. It's their body. Okay. I don't want to be called that. I don't want to be called an idiot by Hollywood media now juggernaut Howard Stern, just because I am simply wanting to do my research, and I'm still simply hesitant from my research, based on my research, from taking the vaccine, okay? Just because I question the vaccine does not mean I'm anti-mask. They reference Joe Rogan selling masks on his website. I personally also sell masks on my merch store, which you can see at the bottom of this video. I am not anti-mask. I wear my mask on a daily basis. Now, had I had some screw ups where I forgot it at home or I got too comfortable? Yes. But just because someone questions the legitimacy of a vaccine does not mean that they are anti-mask. I personally feel like the masks are effective, and it can be effective. Okay, so miss me with that as well, because that is ignorant for these hosts on The View besides Sherri Shepherd to even say. So no, he is not a hypocrite because he's selling masks. He is not a hypocrite because he is asking people, or maybe his team is making sure people pass a PCR test and make sure people are negative before they sit down with Joe Rogan. I mean, ABC does that all the time. Fox News does that all the time. ABC, The View, invites conservatives on the show who may say that people should have a choice. People should base their decision on whether or not, and not be bullied on taking this vaccine. So that's hypocritical for y'all to even say that Joe Rogan is hypocritical when y'all follow the same situations, but also lied when Kamala Harris came on 3 weeks ago and blamed Sunny and Anna for having really, it was false, a positive COVID test on air, and y'all violated HIPAA laws, okay? And Sunny's husband had a surgery, was in surgery during the time, and he had to get out of surgery because he was with his wife before she went to work. Okay, so I don't want to see or hear the hypocrisy from the corporate media that leans on the left when it comes to this. I don't want to hear that. And I don't want to hear it from media stations that lean left, because I'm finding it problematic now that, people that are talking about systemic racism which exists, talking about Black issues, Black relations, and people of color relations, how we are demonized, which is somewhat true here in the United States of America. I'm having problems with people that talk about justice, also spewing lies to the public, also being hypocritical to the public. And this is why I can't subject myself to the Democratic Party fully, because it's this rhetoric that happens all the time in the media. And I can't stand for that. I really can't. Okay. Maybe he said some transphobic things. Maybe he said some Islamophobic things. And I grew up in Islam. And you know, there are video montages that Sonia Hostin shared of him saying the N-word, but we haven't seen the full clip. This is another problem, okay? People don't show full clips nowadays, okay? Sonia, you are a lawyer. You call yourself a journalist because you have a journalistic degree. Someone on Twitter asked, hey, Sonny, where has Joe Rogan said racist, transphobic, Islamophobic things? She shared a video montage of Joe Rogan saying the N-word multiple times, but really had no context with that. Okay. And if we really want to be honest, we all had said prejudice things. We all have thought about prejudice things. We all have thought about racist things or have said racist things under our breaths. We are human. We do it all the time. This country, the world was built off of racism. Okay. And people grow. Just how people may grow if they don't like gay people or disagree. People grow. People grow. Barack Obama grew. Hillary Clinton grew. People grow. You know, people grow. Okay, with the gay marriages. Okay, they grow. Okay, you know, so we're not going to get ahead in this country if we call people idiots just because they are questioning something that was FDA approved on a emergency level, just because there was a time discrepancy at the time between Trump and the former CDC director. Okay, just because you guys are forcing something that on us and it's making us question whether or not I want to take it. And also because we have a doctor who we call a doctor named Fauci who hasn't been credible on a lot of situations. Okay, so you can't call people, the public, idiots, you know, when they are really the ones wavering your weekly, monthly, bi-weekly paychecks every day just by watching your damn show. Okay, and that's all I have to say about that. Kudos to you, Sherri. Kudos to you. I know I've been hard on you on the past, calling you dumb as a box of rocks, but you really found your voice, and you proved to me that you found your voice today. And shame on you, Sonia Hostin. Open your mind up a little bit more, sister. Open your mind up. Just open your mind, okay? You talk about separating church and state. Separate your religion and actually read and from that reading, be an independent thinker. Don't confuse your religion as a Catholic and proper facts together, because that makes you as a lawyer look not credible. Okay. And at this point, I'm looking at you on the scale of a Dr. Fauci. All right. So anyways, if you are new, I really appreciate if you do subscribe and you click the bell, click the all button for notifications. Make sure you do that. Please share this video with your friends. Please leave me a comment. Thank you so much for Spotify, for podcasting, that we no longer have to rely or hear lies spewed, political lies, corporate political lies spewed on a mainstream huge platform. Thank you so much. Thank you, Allah, that we have independent media nowadays, so where we have someone like a Joe Rogan who wants to question, someone like me who wants to question. You know, we can have our own platforms where the corporate media can no longer control the narrative that they've been controlling for decades, for a long ass time. Okay.